Hello, and welcome back to the channel. It is so good to have you here with me again today. So go ahead and get comfortable, because what I have for you in the next few minutes could genuinely save you money. If you are over 65, there are bills landing in your mailbox right now that companies are not legally allowed to charge you. Not bills you can get a discount on, not bills you can negotiate down a little, bills that the law says they had no right to send you in the first place. And most people pay them anyway, quietly, every single month because nobody ever told them it was against the rules. The company is counting on exactly that. So stay with me to the end, because by the time we are done, you will know all 8 of these bills. You will know why each one is illegal, and you will know the exact words to say to make the charge disappear. The first one is the surprise bill after an emergency. You have an emergency, you are rushed to the nearest hospital, and weeks later a bill arrives for thousands of dollars because that hospital or one of its doctors turned out to be outside your insurance network. There is now a federal law called the No Surprises Act that makes that bill illegal. For emergency care, you can only be charged the same share you would have paid inside your network, no matter where the ambulance took you. So if a surprise emergency bill demands far more than your normal share, do not just pay it. You call the number on the bill and you say these exact words. This is a balance bill, and it is prohibited under the No Surprises Act. The moment you show that you know the rule, the charge tends to disappear because they know they were never supposed to send it. The second one is for people in the program called the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program. If your income is low enough to be in it, then by federal law, no doctor, no hospital, and no pharmacy is allowed to bill you for Medicare deductibles, coinsurance, or copays. Not a single dollar. Medicare and your state cover it, and the provider has to accept that as payment in full. Yet people in this program get charged every day because the front desk runs the card the same as everyone else. If a bill arrives for a copay or a deductible, it is illegal, and money you already paid is supposed to come back to you. You tell them clearly, I am a qualified Medicare beneficiary, and federal law prohibits billing me for cost sharing. And then you ask them to reverse the charge and refund you. The third one hides inside a visit you get for free. Once a year, Medicare gives you a wellness visit. And as long as your doctor accepts Medicare, it costs you nothing at all. No copay, no deductible. But people get billed for it constantly, almost always because the office coded it as a regular office visit instead. The same thing happens with covered preventive screenings that are supposed to be free. So if a charge shows up for your yearly wellness visit, do not assume that is simply the price. Call the office, tell them it was meant to be your annual Medicare wellness visit, and ask them to check the coding and correct it. For the visit itself, the correct amount you owe is $0. The fourth one is the bill for something that never actually happened. Read your own itemized statement, and you will find charges for tests that were never run, for a night you were never there, for the same procedure listed twice, or for a bill your insurance already paid in full. The industry even has names for it. Phantom billing, for care that never occurred. Double billing, for being charged twice for one thing. Charging you for care you never received, or collecting on a bill already paid, is against the law. So never pay a medical bill from the short summary page. Ask for the fully itemized bill, the one that lists every charge line by line, and read it slowly, because the errors are sitting right there, and almost nobody ever looks closely enough to catch them. The fifth one protects your family even more than it protects you. If someone you love moves into a nursing home, the facility hands over a thick stack of admission paperwork, and buried in it, they will often try to get an adult child or a close friend to sign as the guarantor, the person personally responsible for the bill. A federal law called the Nursing Home Reform Act makes it illegal to require a third party to guarantee payment as a condition of admission. They cannot force your daughter or your son to sign their own money away just to get you in. They are allowed to ask the person who manages your money to pay from your funds, but they cannot make another person personally liable. So if you see that guarantee clause in front of the family member, you can refuse to sign that part, and the admission still has to stand. The sixth one is the extra fee piled on top of a debt that goes to collections. An old bill of yours gets handed to a collection agency, and suddenly the amount is bigger than what you actually owed, padded with collection fees, processing fees, or a charge just to take your payment over the phone. Under the Federal Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, a collector cannot add fees that were not part of your original agreement and are not allowed by law. That fee just to pay by card over the phone has been ruled illegal in many cases. So when a collector quotes you a number, you say, "Please put in writing what the original debt was and what every added fee is for." The padding very often disappears the moment you ask for it in writing. The seventh one is about the money already sitting in your own bank account. Your Social Security is protected by federal law from ordinary creditors. A credit card company, a medical debt collector, a personal loan company, none of them can legally reach in and take it. And there is a banking rule behind this. When your Social Security arrives by direct deposit and a creditor comes after your account, your bank must look back over the past 2 months and protect that amount of benefits so you can still reach your money. The bank cannot simply freeze everything and leave you with nothing. There are a few exceptions where the government itself can still collect, such as child support, alimony, certain federal taxes, and federal student loans. But an ordinary creditor cannot. So if a creditor or a bank tries to freeze your Social Security, you say plainly, "These are exempt federal benefits protected under the Social Security Act." The eighth one is so small that it slides right past you, which is exactly why it works. Look at your phone bill, line by line. Companies sometimes slip tiny charges onto it for services you never signed up for. A few dollars here, a vague subscription there, a fee with a name you do not even recognize. This is called cramming, and it is illegal. The Federal Communications Commission says a company cannot place a charge from an outside third party on your phone bill without your clear permission. It carries on for years because the amounts are kept small on purpose, just $1 or $2 a month, low enough that you never quite notice. So actually look. If there is a charge you do not recognize, call your phone company, tell them you never authorized it, and ask them to remove it and to block all third-party charges going forward. Now step back and look at what all 8 of these share, because it is the whole reason they keep working. Not one of them ever stops on its own. Every single one is already against the rules, and every single one keeps getting collected for one reason only. The company is quietly betting that you will pay it without ever questioning it. The law is already standing on your side. The only thing missing is one person looking closely and saying, "No, you are not allowed to charge me this." So here is your simple plan. You do not need to chase all 8 at once. Pick the biggest bill in your life right now and start there. If it is a medical bill, ask for the itemized version and read every line. If you are in the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program, gather the copays you have paid this year. Pull out your phone bill and read it line by line. And make sure your Social Security comes by direct deposit, because that one step turns on the strongest protection on your money. Then make one phone call. The script is always the same. You name the law, you say the charge is not allowed, and you ask them to remove it and refund you. You do not need to be angry, and you do not need to be a lawyer. You only need to be the one person who knows the rule. And keep one simple habit from now on. Never pay a bill the moment it arrives just because it arrived. Open it, read it, and ask one quiet question first. Are they actually allowed to charge me this? So, before you go, do one kind thing. Think of one person you love who pays every bill the moment it arrives without ever reading a line of it. because they were raised to believe that is simply the honest thing to do. Send them this video today. It costs 2 minutes, and it could put real money back into their pocket every single month for the rest of their life. There are very few things you can hand another person that do that. So go on and help them stop paying what they were never required to pay. I will see you in the next one.